Uncanceled Comedy Collective presents Top Censored News of the Week. It's time for Top Censored News of the Week. We're bringing you the stories the mainstream media just refuses to cover, but if they do cover them, they always do it in a very dishonest or sloppy way, and it's always on purpose. I'm here with Craig Pasa Jardula. We're going to go through the top three uncensored. Well, we're going to uncensor them, but they're the censored stories of the week. We're going to start with coming in at number 3, Trump Gaza AI video posted on Trump's Truth Social is beyond disgusting, yet mainstream media completely misses the story. Let's take a look at the video if you guys hadn't seen it yet, and then we'll hear your guys' response.
Did you see the response from his followers on Truth Social?
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to that. Let's see the video first.
My bad.
Yeah. We're going. We're moving on this. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the video if you guys haven't seen it yet. This was posted by Trump himself on his social network on Truth Social. Here we go.
To set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza number 1. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza number 1.
Trump Gaza number 1.
Did you see the gold statue?
Holy
Did it
crap.
pause? I think it skipped over the golden statue that was there.
Yeah, there was the golden statue.
Wow. Of Donald Trump. I mean, that shit's just like, and you would post this on your own social media, dude. Like, and Elon Musk eating oh my God. This is just like eerie.
The worst one for me is the beach. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the tower. There it is. There's the statue. There it is.
You would post that on your own fucking social media?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. And then this one, for me personally, this is the most where is it? There, this one right here.
Yeah.
This one. This is absolutely the most disgust for me. Like, just to see this, like the two of them sitting there. Again, we know this is AI, but that's not the point. The point is that he did this on his own. Yeah. And the story here, the reason why this is on our censored news is because you would think if there was any honesty in the mainstream media, and you know that their job is to make Trump look bad. Their job is to look like, why are they not doing that? Why is this not the 24-hour feed on CNN? They're still talking about Trump is not calling Putin a dictator. That's the story right now. It's still the story. It's insane to me that they're concerned that he's not calling Putin a dictator. They have no regard that the fact that he's sitting here with an actual war criminal like ICC. Absolutely. This guy is a 100% full-blown terrorist. It's not even a question that he's committing genocide with our money. This should be all over the place there. Now, of course, we're lucky to be in a space where we don't have to deal with CNN and Fox News reporting, where we can look at actual reactions from people that actually follow this shit on Twitter. So here, this is the reaction. Actually, you know what? First, let's do this. This one was funny. Before I'm going to show the MAGA reactions, but this one was really funny because I was about to grab it and it disappeared, and I was like, damn it, what happened to Russell Brand's reaction? Because his was so horrible. I was like, I'm going to grab it and put it on the show.
I didn't see that. Please play that for me.
I went to it again. And guess what, Craig? It was gone. And luckily, Sabby Sabs screenshotted it, and she put it up. And so this is the tweet below. So Russell Brand says, in a way, this is yet another example of Trump's unique brilliance. I will add, however, that the AI seemed to be a bit kinder to Elon than it was to Trump. That's your big takeaway, Russell Brand? Holy crap. And then Sabby, of course, says, Russell Brand deleted this post. I asked him who was blackmailing him because he was applauding Trump's AI Gaza video. Wow.
Smart girl. Way to go, Savvy Sabs. And I'll give you the answer. You asked who's blackmailing him? The Mossad, right? The
Of course.
CIA, the globalists, it's the same cabal that has gotten a hold of RFK, that has gotten a hold of Russell Brand, that has gotten a hold of a lot of people. But obviously with Russell, you know, he had that big swing out of nowhere, and you've got pictures with him and Rabbi Shmuley and him rubbing elbows with their Christian Judaic principles on stage at Rescue the Republicans with Jordan Peterson. Right? I mean, it is disgusting where Russell Brand is at. You know what I'm saying? You know, wow. I mean, but yes, that's who's blackmailing him. He is very much compromised, Sabby. Great catch.
Well, let's see what the MAGAs are the actual MAGAs. I guess Russell Brand is a MAGA, but let's see what some of the other ones are saying. So it looks like, according to this one, Gen X girl, true social reaction to Trump's Gaza video. This is mostly what they're talking about.
Go follow her, by the way, because this is some good shit. I'm glad that you grabbed this. I'm sorry to interrupt, Matt. But
this is we need people to see this. Yeah. This is what we're actually a little jealous of this, because we should have been this more skeptical of Bernie back in the day, but they're getting it. They're getting it on True Social. They're saying these are the common issues. Gen X girls saying one is luxury partying on top of dead kids. Yeah, good way to call it out. Golden statue, which Craig you mentioned, equated to Antichrist. 3, self-promotion and dictator vibes. Of course, that's all over it. And then there's flat out discuss. I think for me, that first one is the most important. The luxury partying on top of dead kids. That there's no excuse for that.
That is coming out of tunnels, Matt, like he's resurrecting them. I mean, it's just, you're right. I mean, the golden statue is just, we've always said that Donald Trump sprains his arm, patting himself on the back all the time. So this is just going over. And I think you're right too, because the mainstream media is avoiding blaming Zionist Israel for anything. You are correct, because there's still Putin this, Putin that. And yet both left and right media doesn't want to hold a Zionist Israel accountable for anything.
Yeah. And this should be the #1 story for CNN. They love to rotate Trump horrible stories. Why wouldn't this? So ask yourself, guys, if you're watching this now, just ask yourself, why do you think that CNN is not running this story 24 on the 24-hour news cycle? Like they say, oh, Trump isn't calling Putin a dictator. The world's going to end. That's their story. Why isn't it this? So just ask yourself that. And I think you know the answer. Hey, there's one more. I want to show this. We're going to replay the video. Somebody made an adjustment to the video and threw in some tweets from the MAGAs. Not so Gen X girl points out what their concerns are. We're going to see the actual tweets with the video. So this will be an interesting way to watch it now that you guys have seen it. This is a little better way to watch it. Watch his own followers, his own voters challenge him and push back, and it's what they should be doing. Check it out. Look at this. I'm sorry, but this is really poor taste. Lives were lost. Innocents are still buried. What sort of sick ad is this? I've been behind you, Trump. Is this inspiration a golden godlike statue of you? Ugh, it's sick. It's sick. You better take this down. It's disgusting. Worst video ever. What are you doing? What the F are you doing? Oh my God, is this for real? This video is evil. Revolting. Oh my God. Get rid of the golden statue. This feels all wrong. Hope your account was hacked, because this is flat out bearded belly dance. It's truly despicable. This is literally blasphemous. What would George Washington say about this?
How horrible. Golden statue is frightening. Self-worship.
Drinking a beer. That's my worst. Yeah.
Antichrist vibes.
Let's applaud the MAGAs for calling out their leader.
But I remember you gave me one of the best wows is when we did that show, and I brought that stuff saying, hey, man, I found this video of a guy who did a little research on Donald Trump making posts on Truth Social, questioning what country is the greatest threat or who's the greatest threat. And all of Trump's people, a lot of his Trump's people, and I've said this from a while, like the MAGA folk, a lot of MAGA folk understand that they're not a fan of what's going on with his love for Israel. Now, With that being said, I think after he said we'll take it over last 2 weeks ago, that should have been a nail in the coffin, right? I put my tweet in the private chat. If you can click on it real quick, this solidifies that it should be a done deal, right? MAGA is Zionism. If you support it, you support the brutal killing of innocent Palestinian women and children, period. I don't think anymore after this video coming out that there can be any more, I support Donald Trump, but I don't support his Zionism. No. This is the darkest side of American history since the Indians were wiped out in genocide. I know people say, well, you can't go back and change that. Yeah, but we should be up in arms yelling to stop this. This is why Donald Trump came into office, for this reason right here, right? To solidify and manufacture consent, and people would follow him with the hero worshiping no matter what, even for something like this, for actual genocide, for actual ethnic cleansing. And that, look at it, it's got almost 16,000 views where I don't get that much. You know what I'm saying? But that, thank God, some people are out there promoting that. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough, and that needed to be said. Good job on that one. And let's go ahead, go to the number two coming in at number 2. Gene Hackman, wife and dog, all found dead. Police immediately rule out foul play. That's interesting.
That's weird.
How did that go? Well, let's take a look at the clip where they tell us that they're ruling it out immediately. Here we go.
Again, if you're just joining us, legendary actor and Oscar winner Gene Hackman has died. He was found dead along with his wife and their dog inside his Santa Fe, New Mexico home. The Santa Fe sheriff says there's no immediate indication of foul play, but an investigation is ongoing. Now,
okay, so we have no indication of foul play, but the investigation is ongoing. That's interesting. What are you investigating if there's no foul play? I guess maybe they're looking for signs of died suddenly. I don't know. Maybe that's it. But this is the problem here. So we have So we have some reactions here on Twitter. Bonky says Gene Hackman and his wife, their dog, were all found dead in their home. Police currently believe there was no foul play, but there's an active death investigation. I'm sorry, no foul play. Gene, his wife, and his dog all died together at the same time of natural causes. What? That's strange. That's very strange. Now this is, I know this is your friend Charlie Kirk. Here are the findings he pointed out. I had to put this up here. The front door of the residence was found open and unsecured. The deceased dog was laying 10 to 15 feet from Betsy. That's the wife. I guess she was in her 60s. He was in his 90s. In a closet of a bathroom, while a healthy dog was found roaming freely on the property. There was a heater that was moved. There was also a prescription pill bottle that was open with pills scattered next to the female. Gene Hackman's body was located in a separate room of the residence, and there were no obvious signs of a gas leak. Very strange scene unfolding in Santa Fe. Now, I wanted to put this one up before you react. Actually, you know what? Let me go back. I'm going to read this one in a second. This is from Ariel. I think it's very important to look at this, but I want your take on this, Craig. I'll leave it with this. I'm going to pass it to you. The reason this is at number 2, is because as the mainstream media is reporting this story, the people listening to that garbage have been convinced that they always tell you the truth. So when the police say there is no suspicion of foul play, that means everything's hunky-dory, everything's fine, everything's business as usual. And if anybody has a question, the general public has been conditioned to name call and shut you up and stop it with your conspiracy theories. What are your thoughts on that? And I'm going to get to one of these conspiracy theories next after your take.
Well, there's so much information that still hasn't come out that we have to see what's going on, right? We have to understand any policies that he had, life insurance, whatever. Is this a suicidal situation where, maybe he had cancer? Who knows? He's 90-something odd years old. So there is a lot that has to be determined, but I think you hit it on the nose once again, like you hit it on the nose from number 3. And number 2 is that the fact that his society is conditioned to say, no, stop it right away, and start yelling at somebody and yell at anybody who questions anything. Now, the problem is that, you know, it's the way things are questioned. Now everything becomes a conspiracy, right? Everything is meant to happen for a reason. So I do think there is this kind of like, there's been this reaction where things have been overplayed and gone overboard. But this is what the CIA director wanted. I forgot which one it is, maybe Woolsey, who said our mission will be complete only when the majority of Americans don't know what to trust or what to think out there. And it happens a lot. You don't know what to think or what to trust out there. We have to have all the information before we can actually make an educated guess on why this happened. But I think you hit it on the nose, the fact that there's a pushback, and I think we should ask simple questions.
So we're not going to fall for that. You know, I don't want to be called a name. I don't want to be called a conspiracy theorist. I think it's, and I don't buy the garbage of now is not the time. I hate that. That now is not the time. That doesn't apply to asking questions. You can always ask questions. You can have empathy. You can have
now
empathy
is not
with
the
people.
time.
Yeah.
Now, Matt, now is not the time.
No, now is the time. Come on, man. Okay. Oh, all sentient beings. I find this very strange and concerning. I saw a comment on ABC on Facebook that said something like, "Stop with the conspiracy theories and let the police do their work." Why can't we question? Thank you for that comment. They're telling on us on ABC to stop with the conspiracy theories. Let the police do their work. Yeah, the police just told us there was no sign of foul play. So that's not really doing their work. If you're going to say that immediately, you can't tell us that immediately. That doesn't make any sense. You can't tell us that you determined that immediately. So what I have found, Craig, I have found a few people on Twitter talking about, is it related to the Epstein files? Is it this? Is it that? Well, I just grabbed one of them because we could speculate forever. But I grabbed one of them because I do like following Ariel, and you know, he definitely gets into some stuff, some real dark stuff. And I thought this was interesting of note, and it's just something I'm going to throw up here. I'm not saying we're backing this idea, but it's just something you could consider if there's even a sliver of truth to what he's saying. So this is from Ariel. He says, Gene Hackman heard something he wasn't supposed to way back in 1987. Look up the Vorn Collective. They have been watching him for decades, ever since that year in Los Alamos. Whoever these people are, they will release their patented technology this year. Interesting. And a public demo will be available sometime in the summer at the Santa Fe Expo. Santa Fe, that's where he was killed. I mean, I'm sorry, died of natural causes. My bad. I am not supposed to be referencing. Oh, no, of course he died of natural causes, but his dog also died of natural causes, and his wife also died of natural causes at the exact same time. I just wanted to be clear about that. And a public demo will be available sometime in the summer at the Santa Fe Expo. I'm not supposed to be referencing this, but I don't care anymore. The Jeffrey Epstein files are I don't think they're about to be released, but okay, Ariel. I doubt it'll be a priority. So he's saying because they're on other things, he's saying we can maybe talk about this. They will have bigger problems. Reportedly, the target was Gene. Everything else was collateral. He was supposed to get rid of some notes he had about this tech, but refused. Interesting theory. We don't have any way to corroborate any of this that Ariel's talking about, but I just wanted to throw this up here, Craig, because it's like, if the media is going to tell us, no, nothing to see here, of course we're going to go look at, is there any information? The thing he mentioned, I'll put it up again. This is the Vorn Collective. Why not? If you guys got 2 minutes, look it up. See if you find anything. Why not? The media, the media is not doing this job. So why don't we can do it ourselves? Look up some shit. It's okay. I'm okay with that. So I just wanted to throw that up as just, there's might be something there. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm very curious to see what more comes out, what more they find, Yeah. We'll see.
Sure.
I mean, he's 98 too, though. I mean, a lot of people think, wow, he lived a good life no matter what, right?
Yeah, but wife and dog, man. Wow. Somebody botched that deal. You could have just offed him and we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. But you got your wife and dog all in the same. I mean, someone might have botched it. I don't know. Or unless they're sending a message and they got people like us really concerned about what the hell just happened and why doesn't the media care? Very, very, very weird. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the number one story. Here we go. Coming in at number one, Pam Bondi still holding Epstein files hostage as some MAGA supporters are starting to become suspicious of Israel. Now, that might be wishful thinking on our part, but this is not sustainable. Craig, we're going to talk about what our guesses of what's happening next. But here, just to catch people up, but what has happened, we know this, that they keep reporting that she's going to do it any day. She's going to do it any day. Pam Bondi plans to release flight logs, names related to Jeffrey Epstein on Thursday. Well, it's Thursday. You're on the East Coast there, Craig. We're getting at the end of business hours here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Aren't we? Okay. Well, haven't seen anything yet. Okay. Well, what else? Okay. So these are the ones that are holding out. They're holding out hope. Breaking Epstein files. This is Don LeCoeur. Like, oh yeah, the Epstein files. And we know he got Haiti wrong. That's for sure. The Epstein files will start releasing tomorrow, according to Pam Bondi. Okay. Well, what's that based on, Dom? And this other guy, Tanky, saying the same thing. She just confirmed on Fox. She'll be releasing it. The flight log tomorrow on Jesse Waters. Really? Did she confirm that? Because I went to go watch the clip, and it didn't look like to me she confirmed that at all. Guys, watch this. Tell me if you think this is wishful thinking or if she's actually confirming anything in this clip. Watch her body language, too. Let's do our own research here, guys. What's really going on? Watch her in this interview with Jesse Waters. Here you go.
Wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, is when can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released.
She says, I think tomorrow. So this goes to show you, and this kind of qualifies your point, Craig, earlier in the show, where it's like this wishful thinking of we're all watching the same clip, but some people are saying, no, it's happening. It's happening. We see it. It's happening. That's a shame. Here's somebody with a little more reasonable take. Knowing that Epstein was a Mossad agent. This is Dr. Simon Goddard. He's been pretty good on this. Knowing that Epstein was a Mossad agent is Dan Bongino and Pam Bondi's loyalty to Israel the reason why Epstein client list has not been released yet? What are they trying to hide? Why haven't they released the list yet? Who are they protecting? And who's pulling the strings? Here's a little what do you call it? A spoiler alert from Exotic Enemy of the State. Since Pam Bondi won't do it, I'll do it. Here is Epstein's client list. Thank you for that. So we got the list. Listen, Craig, look, we got the client list. It's right here in the picture. There you go.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that joke before.
That's funny. Or maybe something else happened to the list. Babylon B. Babylon B is reporting this just in. The Epstein list hangs itself moments. Oh, there you go. That's that. Well, there you go. I guess you can't. It was ready. She was ready to release it. Goes into the cell and it hanged itself. That sucks. Oh well, they tried though, right, Craig? They tried. Yep. And this is today. What are they doing? This is after the Jesse Waters appearance, after all the magas were like, it's happening. They're holding up the front cover of the binder. Why? What are you doing? What's the tease? What's the stop teasing us?
That's DC Drano, by the way, over there. So I think that I put it up earlier today that they said that they released it. My friend Kyle did it. All right. And he says the limited hangout. It said something about, and this was originally reported by Brianna Marolo, okay, who's got like 290,000 followers, independent journalist, 10 years in the mainstream media. She said she quit over the corporate mandates to get the vaccine in her bio. But it says, just in the Epstein files, phase 1 has been given to libs of TikTok, Colin Rugg, DC Drano, Cernovich, and Jack Posobiec. So here they are. These are ardent Zionist, right-wing populist that are going to be getting the ones that they're going to uplift as the journalist in this system. You see what I'm talking about? That this is just all narrative
It's
management.
total BS. You're
It is
100% right.
completely narrative management.
You're
And
100% right.
what they're trying to do, and that's what this administration's job is to do, right? Is to keep people believing in the status quo. Get them to believe that the system we have right now, the current system we have, that regardless of the fact that it gives so much to a small amount of people and so little to a large amount of people, get them to believe that the system could be transformative within itself. In other words, the people have the power to put those in office to do their bidding, to work for the benefit of the people, and get them to believe that the system itself can produce justice when it's all nothing but a big, huge cover-up, right? I mean, why are they determining who gets to release stuff? They pick their little minions, Jack Posobiec, an ardent Zionist. Once again, you think they're going to produce any information about the Mossad and pedophilia and what they do? Never, ever, 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 ever. And that's where most of your pedos seek safe haven, Israel. Yeah. You don't believe me? Go watch a million other people who've been talking about this for quite some time. It's one criminal cabal.
Yeah. And we should be concerned that it's going to these selected people being welcomed into the little gang, the little Zionist gang. So Pam Bondi can officially say, oh, we said Thursday. It was Thursday. No. You just welcomed in, you did an initiation ceremony and welcomed a handful of more Zionists in that probably had to sign some stuff and sign up for the thing before they got it. And now they're part of, they just expanded that what do you ever call it? This little Zionist gang. It just got expanded by 5 people. That's what happened today. So yay, you've got 5 people in the gang more. So you're a bigger
like
gang now.
When Elon Musk came in, I can tell you the names that he once again uplifted, and they shut everybody up. Mario on the Wall, he was one of them. All of a sudden, he became the guy now to run these spaces, and everything went through him. He, co-opted the narrative. Nick Sorter, who worked for Mario on the Wall. Benny Johnson, who was one of the cucks of the Tenet Media scandal. Once again, if you look at everybody who's named in Tenet Media, and this is supposedly RT, right? And RT is only partially funded by the Russian government. Where's all that other money get? The Russian government wasn't giving them $10 million. It had to come from certain Russian oligarchs over there that were funding it, maybe pro-Zionist, right? That were funding this, because all those people in Tenet Media, whether it be Benny Johnson, whether it be Nick Sorter, whether it be Lauren Chen, Tim Cast, right? They were all Ian Miles Chong. These guys were all hardcore Zionists. All the Zionists are the ones who have the big following or make the money, or the people who claim to be anti-Zionism but still say it's okay to support Donald Trump, like a Jackson Hinkle, like a Myron Gaines, fresh and fit guy, right? That's not okay anymore. That all should have ended yesterday, 1,000%, with Donald Trump reposting that video of what he was doing in Gaza. That should have been double end game. But that's who all these people are. Anybody look at the loan numbers that a Derek Bros gets, that the Last American Vagabond gets. I mean, these guys are getting shadow banned. Ryan Christian of the Last American Vagabond, and the reason why I'm mentioning him, because he did something special. They kept taking down his YouTube, and he used pirate radios, other people's YouTube, to go off of what you're doing right now. What do you call it? The burners?
Yeah, we have our burner channel. Yeah.
They kept on following him, Matt. Like, he was the most censored guy on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Right. And the reason why those guys are silent is because they've always called out Israel for who they are. The Zionist occupied Palestine Israeli government.
Yeah. And the reason why this is our number one story today is because the mainstream media won't tell you. They will tell you we don't have the files, but they ain't going to tell you this. And we've known this the whole time. Pam Bondi, Israel is our greatest ally
in the world. Great job.
In the world. And that should do it for today's
Dr. Evil.
And that should do it for today's top censored news of the week.